Over the coming weeks and months, you will hear about the upcoming implementation of Inphase, which will replace the Datix risk management system and provide additional functionality not currently possible in Datix. The procurement process was ongoing during 2024, starting in January with the issue of the prior information notice, which was for suppliers to express interest in supplying the replacement system. In February, the interested suppliers demonstrated their solutions. There were 9 interested suppliers. During the next several months, the specification was updated using the information learned from suppliers, along with input from multiple stakeholders. The tender was published in September, which concluded in October for the moderations to take place for scoring against the requirements. Only 2 suppliers continued to this point and submitted bids for consideration. After the cooling off period, the tender was awarded in November, with Inphase being the winning supplier. Contracts were being agreed throughout December, which were finally completed and signed in January for the implementation project to begin. While writing the requirements, we started with the module requirements, which included all of the existing Datix modules as well as the additional processes we knew we wanted to manage in the system. Then we shifted the focus to the required flexibility of the application, including flexibility of the forms, flexibility with permissions, and flexibility of workflows, because the most important thing for us was that the system design could be adapted to match the organizational processes rather than needing to adapt processes to match the system design. The ability to configure the workflow was important to us. In Datix, whatever the difference between the modules, the workflow is always the same. They begin with an input form. If it is part of the module, notifications are then sent out. Then there is an update form. The rest of the process is then managed by making updates on the update form. As an example, if we look at the PServe workflow, we will see several points where a step has been added for a change to be made in the system, such as this step where the user is advised to amend the approval status. There are several other steps like this. The system isn't driving the process. The form simply awaits amendment by the user, with all of the complexity coming from the written processes. In order to make the best use out of the new system, we have spent a lot of time meeting with various module leads to record each of the processes to be followed regardless of the system. This way, the processes can be used to help inform the design of the system going forward. Here are some of the benefits of the Inphase system. It's cloud-based, so it can be accessed from anywhere. It's mobile compatible, so it can be accessed using any device. It has configurable dashboards with many useful report design options. It has configurable forms and workflows to help create the most useful and intuitive system we can. It has good data connectivity options, which opens up the potential for cross-system integrations. And they are an engaged and flexible company, giving greater scope for future improvements in the future. The next steps of the project are as follows. We continue the ongoing workflow generation. We create the initial skeleton models for the different modules. Then we collaboratively test, iterate, and improve until we reach an agreement that the design meets the requirements. The iteration and improvement will continue throughout the life of the project. Thank you for listening. I look forward to working with you all.